Hello everybody and welcome back to Torment. On our last game we died. Spoiler alert in case you haven't watched that episode. I suggest you go and watch it now because it was quite an interesting death. One that I didn't really like because of how it happened, but lessons learned. Absolutely. So what we're going to do in this game is we're going to make sure that we don't make that same mistake. I will still try and get the special items in the different areas of the game, but I'm not going to try to do what I did in the last game.
I need to talk to you.
I need to talk to you. We've already been through all this dialogue, so I'm just going to kind of skip through
worlds, kid. It's a dangerous place at the best of times. And with you lighting up the sky as you fell, well, we should get out of here as soon as possible.
Watch your steps, child.
I think I accidentally told him that I didn't want his help
anymore. There are
anymore.
dangers in the reef, both old and new. In an instant.
Alright, we interact with these things. And we will watch them for patterns, gain 2 XP, and we'll touch it. We'll have this person touch it. Oh yeah, touch, baby. Another 2 XP. That's what I'm talking about. Grabbing the XP. Come over here. We examine the sludge. We attempt to retrieve an object from it. And we successfully do it. And I found a cipher. We're going to search for more objects. We're going to keep waiting for it to resurface. And then boom, we got another one. I've actually not done this again before. I'm just trying to push the boundary, see how far we can take this. Alright, apparently that's the last of that. And then we tried to knock on this door, but nothing happened. I'll tell you where everything went wrong. This obelisk.
Let's go.
So you know, we'll not be attempting that again. And we get a club from this, I believe. Yeah, an 8-fingered mace.
Yes.
Which we equip as ourselves, so that's nice. Alright, and now this is new content, so I'm saving. Because I have learned that if you don't save a lot, you will die and have to redo content. Although this cube hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder with its vibration.
Yes. I'm ready.
Uh-oh, crisis time? As you step onto what looks like the back of an enormous construct, 4 strangers approach you, and the lead is a wiry man with parallel scars running from cheek to collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling on gray gloves embedded with pulsing lights. He's about to say something to you when he notices Calestige. She's the star, or she came out of it. But what does Cal have to do with this? Cal, I thought you'd sworn off trawling the reef. Found anything tasty? Odds and ends, Koro. Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure. Her words are calm, but she has gone quiet still. What is he doing? He has something up his sleeve, I know it. want to ask her if something's wrong. Nothing's wrong, dear. I accompanied Karo on an expedition once long ago. His methods were too crass for my taste. Though in his defense, he never tried to kill me when my back was turned. Or if he did, he failed, and I didn't notice. I don't like this. He hisses in your ear, but loud enough that at least Calistige can hear too. If she's cagey about him, it could only mean trouble. You should hear what I tell people about you, dear. Killer or not, Koro is not a man who could be trusted with... I want to turn the volume up just a little bit. Unvarnished truth. Tread lightly. Let him talk. His hand curls into a fist at his side. I was wondering specifically if you had seen a falling star that landed near here not long ago. I've seen nothing of the sort, dear Koro. What about your friends? I know most of the draft that scavenges the reef these days. It's a rare pleasure to see a new face. Nice scars. How'd you get them? Two things are more dangerous than depth in this world. Asking impolite questions to strangers and playing with Numenera you don't fully understand. My error was the latter category, and I've grown more careful since. What are those gloves for? Unwelcome but anticipated complications. He does so love his ambushes, she whispers in your ear again, even though her mouth is closed and she isn't looking at you. He didn't have the gloves when I knew him last, but I'd wager they're connected to devices in the area. So, the star. Have you seen it? Where did this star land? Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be reducing to harassing noble travelers. I never saw it, you see. My employer did and thought, who is the most trustworthy team I can send at a moment's notice? He winks. Luckily, they were on another assignment. We were interested and weren't too drunk yet, so... What interests you about this star? What kind of you to ask? He claps his gloved hands together. Like that. So few people are interested in the tangled motivations of paid explorers. He spreads his arms, as if holding the sky, and continues. The world is littered with ruins and fascinating secrets. Trouble is, anyone can claim them. But when something falls from the sky, that's rare. A man can make his name off such a find. He pauses, then adds, we're also being paid quite handsomely. That helps. Enough chat, I think, he says, and there's no humor in his smile now. Where's the falling star? Am I even good at deception? No, I'm not. So I'll just tell him the truth. Dominant tides have shifted. I thought so. To reward your honesty, I shall be honest in turn. You have two choices here. Both of them are dreadful. Silver Tide raised a tiny amount. He holds up a finger. First option, you surrender us, and we convey you to my employer for, well, experimentation and dissection, frankly. It's not pretty, but there it is. Second option, we kill you, and the old man try not to kill Calistige, and bring your body to our employers anyway. He winks at Calistige. Apologies, sweetness. He whirls on Calistige, his face tight with fury. You told him where we were, didn't you? Or we were here, didn't you? You couldn't resist selling me out one more time. Are you really so paranoid? Darling, take your thugs and go home. Otherwise, we'll have to rip you to pieces, and the world is already so untidy. What do you say, fallen star? Not going anywhere with that. What a shame, Koro says, and glances at his companions. Now! Crisis initiated! Overcome Koro and his mercenaries. In a crisis, characters take their turns in the sequence shown at the top of the screen. That sequence is determined by each character's initiative. You can improve the score by training the initiative skill. Not all encounters must be solved with muscle alone. Try using the Numenera artifacts nearby or talking directly to Koro. How you choose to solve this crisis is up to you, but there will be consequences to your actions. Alright, so first we have a pot. It's Koro's turn. Oh, okay. she's just disappeared out of the face of the earth. That's cool. Alright, it's my turn now. So, I can use the glowing turret or purple energy to your advantage. Talk to Koro with different party members. Trained line for platform buildings. Energy pulses occasionally over the dish. A flash of melancholy prickles your mind with each wave. Lambic green fluid drips from the end of the device's nostril and hisses angrily on the metal surface beneath. If the valve still functions, this could be used as a weapon. Yep.
Fine.
A long tube emerges from the plating of the dead construct and winds upwards. The duct terminates in a hollow cone. Every few seconds, a minute every few seconds, a minute drop of green fluid drips out of the end and steams as it strikes the ground. The fluid is some kind of highly corrosive acid. It would do severe damage to organic tissue. A round dial rests at the base of the cone, ringed by a thin crust of corroded metal. It appears to be a valve that controls the flow of the noxious substance, but it looks like it hasn't been moved in centuries. Let's try and turn the valve. 100%, baby! With a crack, the valve budges a centimeter. A thin stream of noxious fluid pours from the nozzle and hisses up into the metal surface. You open the valve a bit further and aim the ensuing spray. Alern's body is covered in strange shifting tattoos. He can use the living tattoo ability to pluck a strand of ink from himself, granting him the living tattoos fettle. While this fettle is active, he gains increasing bonuses by chaining together similar actions, attacks, healing, and applying other fettles. If he uses a different kind of action, he breaks the chain and loses the fettle. This ability does not use his move or his action, so he can activate it and then do something else. Use an ability, click on it. Basically is what that says. Okay. While active, use similar actions multiple turns in a row to chain increasing effects. Using a different kind of action breaks the chain or removes the fettle. When the chain reaches 4, the fettle is removed.
They never seem to run out.
Do we have to attack? Can we talk? Well, let's just attack, I guess. Callistige is a dimensional husk who exists in multiple realities at the same time. She can use this trans-dimensional power to teleport between locations using her dimensional superposition ability. Teleporting uses her move instead of her action, so she can activate it and then do something else. "30% evasion plus 3 existence?" Oh, except for trans-dimensional damage.
My sisters lend their strength.
I'll try and talk to this guy. "Take them down," Koro shouts to his colleagues. "We need that falling star. Colony's going to get him and his friends killed." Ah, I thought I'd use her. Does she succeed? Oh, she did successes it. "Koro dear, this is foolishness. Your employers cannot have paid you enough to fight a regenerative cast-off and me. I guess I'm just swinging this stick for fun over here. Surely you're clever enough to know your life is not worth the risk." Hey, you might be right about that, Cal. He shouts at his colleagues. "We weren't paid for a fight to the death. Let's leave these explorers to their own. Scan thoughts. I'll tell Sal and Mary the star landed in the bay. She can't get mad at me for that." Well. That was interesting. He crosses his arms. Well, isn't that convenient? Scan thoughts. I knew I couldn't trust Callistige. This is the last time I make that mistake. Excuse me? Are you suggesting I had something to do with Coral's plans? Oh, I cannot abide his rabid paranoia a moment longer. Are you suggesting you didn't? An old friend of yours just happens to be waiting for us, armed and outnumbering us, as we return from the greatest find the grief has seen in his years? It's too convenient for me, too convenient by far. I convinced him to leave us alone. Of course you did, after you saw your plan wasn't going to work. He throws up a hand, forestalling Calistage's retort. Look, I don't care. Fact is, I can't trust you anymore, and I wonder why I ever did. This is the last we travel together. I've got enough to worry about without having to watch my back 28 hours a day. I don't even... Like, is that possible? He turns to you. You coming, kid, or what? I really don't think she was trying to betray us. He snorts bitter laughter. I do. You haven't seen 1/10 of her deaths, not 1/20th. She's a backstabbing bitch, mark my words. Apologies. You are insufferable to the end, Alagern. Looking for the worst in a situation is the only way you know to see. Do you know how long I've carried your pain for you? How much I've had to turn away from your judgmental stares? But you're right. I've had enough. Child, I'm happy to guide you, but I will not walk another step with this paranoid buffoon. Finally, something we agree on. Kid, she'll chop your head off and spit down your throat. I think there's a different phrase there that is usually used, but I'm not going to use it on this stream because it's a family show. I'll get you where you need to go and let you sleep at night to boot. It's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to go with Alagern, I mean. I don't like him. I really like the trans-dimensional woman. I would really like to travel on my own. I think that would be a lot of fun, and, you know, kind of make it so I don't have anybody, right? I'm an outcast. Or maybe both of them. This is a tough choice. YOLO. I'm going solo. Makes sense. He shoots a look fraught with meaning at Calistage. If you change your mind, you can find me in the underbelly. I travel around, but I'll keep an ear up to the ground for you, scant thoughts. At least she's not staying with her. On the other hand, if you'd prefer civilized company, you can find me at the Order of Truth. I will be happy to aid your quest, but do not come with a Alagern in tow. I will not suffer him again. The feeling's extremely mutual. Farewell, child. Come find me. No. I'm not going to find either of you. YOLO, I run solo. Now that you've dealt with Koro and his goons, you can continue on to the city of Sage's Cliffs. To reach the city, cross the bridge at the north end of the platform. Well, that's pretty simple.
On it.
Okay. Without any antagonists, this is useless. In other words, dude, what are you trying to do here?
I'm ready.
Maybe I should try and get whatever's in here. I guess I missed this right here.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got some Shin, some Fleetfoot Moss, and some Force. Alright.
Yes.
Don't even ask me to interact with that obelisk. Done with that. Let's save the game again. Yeah, let's override it. That's fine. I'm alone now. YOLO.
I'm ready.
I don't know why I keep saying YOLO. I really hate that phrase. But hey, you know, that's just a theory. Again, I'm just kidding. The red tide represents passion, emotion, action, and zeal. It is the tide of people whose goal is to live in the moment, to experience life to its fullest, or to follow their heart wherever it leads them. So what about the, I have a blue, a little bit of blue, and I have some silver. I wonder what those are. I guess we'll find out. Next time on Loading Screen. Whoa, people are running about. You guys cool? Like, what's going on? What's going on over here? There's an overseer situation. Unmoved woman. Horrified man. Intrigued woman. Excited man. Ugh. Levy. Alright, some nice descriptions and some, like, not very, whatever. Twin creatures of a type you've never seen flank a central orb. Their cultural significance lost on you. Well, of course, yeah. There's a seer right there. There's a, Nycthemeron? Canadu? Ilgento? Oh my goodness, an arms merchant? Belinda, huh? Let's talk with the arms merchant. The sign over his stall says, "The Arming Room, buy, sell, trade." Under the awning, a skinny man with stooped shoulders and a concave chest is cleaning a filth-caked weapon of some kind. He salutes you with a greasy hand. Done in a moment. Have a look around. If you need anything, let me know. What can you tell me about this place? Good place for arms trade. Not much call for weapons in the city proper, it's true. The levies keep things quiet. I get most of my business from mercenary companies. The endless battle draws them by the dozens. Explorers, too. Plenty of carkers. Save up their shins and kit themselves out, all fancy-like. Then they wander down the reef or into the bloom and never come back. Show me what you have to sell. Biouch. Whoa, hi. Oh man, I am glowing silver. That's cool. So... this transparent glass sphere encloses a miniature scene of a river of tar running through a wasteland. It also contains a mystical blue liquid, which seems like it would mix with the tar if the globe were shaken. You notice ancient, indecipherable writing around the outer base. Oh, I sold it. Alright. Well, that's cool. Didn't mean to. Because it says right-click for details. So, you know, that's what I was doing. Oh well, I guess. Let's see. You don't have anything that I want, because I don't really care for weapons. That... actually, I kind of like this. What does bonded mean? Do I bond a cipher? No, I guess not. Well, I have 101 now. And nothing is going to be as good as what I have, huh? What about this guy? This guy looks cool. Oh. Okay, cool. Well, you
Yes,
suck.
now.
Behold, 3 ancient spirits await you in the dark. One will laugh, one will... whatever. Okay, you talk too fast, I'm not interested. The genocide. How could I not? How could I not? How could I not? This burly armor-clad figure stands almost motionless as you approach. He regards you silently through his singular eye. The studs on his arms and the blades on his shoulders are stained and pitted with age. When he speaks, his voice is muffled and artificial, a hollow grumble that emanates from the entirety of the helmet. I am the genocide. If you ask, I must answer. Pass on, then, and exchange no words. His surface thoughts are like a crystal pool, alternately transparent or else perfectly reflecting his words. His mind reveals nothing hidden, except for a low-level hatred of everything around him. This latter is more of a feeling you get than an actual thought that you hear. What are you? I am a blade that cannot cut, a weapon that cannot strike, a living monument to failure. He shifts his weight, you hear the frown in his voice. I was Ogesti Tel Katu, the firm hand of tradition. They called me one of the Black Three. It's racist. Enemies did not understand us. They took my name to mean death in a dozen extinct tongues. Called me Orphan Maker, Hope's Smasher, Death's Child. My armies blacken the earth and the skies. My draggleth scour the land. Domination was my duty. So he's Khaleesi. If they had known, if they had welcomed us, they might have been our thralls. Instead, they became dust. He gestures. All this. It was to have been mine and stewardship for the future of my people. It was promised, but now, his arms fall back to his side. Now I am the genocide, a roulette, a relict, the last of my kind. you have to answer my question. From within the helmet you hear a grinding noise, the sound of teeth gnashing, amplified, then the voice again bleak. We sat at the river's edge, and we wept for the time that was. We saw nothing more to conquer, and yet our fears still drove us. We had conquered the land, purged its impurities, made it ours. Still we wanted more. When we heard that humans had come to carve a home, we rejoiced to have a new foe, a new test of our strength. We rode against them. We drove them to the forge of the night sky, to the valley of Mirajolius, to the dangers of the Black Riage. But those who built atop these ruins, they thwarted us, time and again. And so we brought our constructs and our deadliest warriors to the bay outside the city. We laid a mighty siege. We entered the human settlement. We fought past barricades and traps. Some of our constructs are still there, silent and dead. But when we thought we had achieved our greatest victory, lowers his head. The powerful Nano saved them. With his magics, he called upon the strength of the ancients and captured us. I thought my life was at an end, but he imprisoned me in slow time, trapped me in my body, used machines to paralyze my will. I still remember our glories, and I see the fated future in front of me, and I am powerless to act. The memories of our triumphs remain always at the forefront of my mind, and I must answer the mocking questions of these people, or suffer. I want to ask him about the Nano. Maybe I can free him. The genocide raises his hands in defeat. He found old knowledge and made it his own. He created defenses that we cannot penetrate, most telling, most effective, the shield generators. He created 3 barriers around the heart of the city, and the last unmoored the city in time. When our constructs touched it, they flashed to stasis. We could not reach the city, but the city could reach us. You feel the ticklings of memory as the genocide speaks of the shields. He continues to talk, oblivious. Let the memory come. It's a patchy memory, coming in still images of moments. The relentless beat of the war machines as they approach the city, the reavers on the sky. You remember fighting them on the parapet. You remember fleeing into the safety of the city. You recall making your way to the shield generators, cutting off the Topat's supply lines. And then the memory fades. The genocide watches you silently. Holy crap. Well, I guess we just cracked that egg open. I'm going to leave it right here. Let you guys wonder what's going to happen next and tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and I will see you next time.